Hey everybody, welcome back. No, not in the kitchen tonight, and I am not in the workshop. I'm in the man cave. Here we are. So, first thing, we need to check the whiskey. So, Catoctin Creek Rye Whiskey, 2017 double gold winner. I love these guys. They're up in Northern Virginia. They make some really good stuff, and every time I see them at the craft distiller shows, I always have to get a bottle of this. This stuff is really good. Really good rye whiskey. Okay, so doing something different tonight. There's a lot of lists and stuff that you can see on YouTube and online. These top 10 lists you always see everywhere. So I want to talk about marriage. Hold on. Hand off the mouse. Don't click away yet. Give me a second. So, yeah, I do want to talk about marriage. It's going to be my top 10 list. It's going to have a twist. So, let's do this. Alright, so I came up with a top 10 list of things that make my marriage strong. A little background on me and my wife. We met in high school, junior year, and we dated up until probably maybe just after my first year in college. And she was one of those people, she wanted to settle down, she wanted to have kids. I just wanted to drink and party. So we went our separate ways. Didn't really keep in touch. And we moved on, had other people in our lives, had children. She had 3 children, I had 1. And almost 7 years to the day, we were both getting separated from significant others. And I think it was my mom, maybe my sister, that called her and said, hey, he's single again. And so she sent me a letter. And it was for my birthday. And, well, I didn't get the letter till like a month later because she sent it to my parents' house. Of course, I didn't live at home at that time. So it was about a month before I got the letter. I see my parents pretty often, but it just happened to be a month. So I get the letter, said she was single, wanted to meet up for coffee or whatever. Had a phone number on there. Of course, back then you didn't have cell phones, so I went to a payphone one day and called her up, and then we met up and had a cup of coffee, and basically just like we never left each other. I mean, we didn't leave on bad terms, so to speak. We wanted different things at different times, and it just didn't work out. And we got back together, and we've been together almost 21 years now. So there's a lot of good things that we've done, and I just wanted to make a top 10 list. So I actually came up with about 20 different items, and it was kind of hard to choose. So so number 10 on my list. Always do something together, even if it's just taking a walk in the evening. So you always got to be there, listen to them. Just even if you're just in the same room together watching TV, Number 9, kissing in public is acceptable even if your kids think it's gross. That is our funnest thing to do, is to gross our kids out now. So if you've got a kid that drives now, just tell them you want them to drive because you want to sit in the back seat and neck. That's always fun. So number 8, after 3 margaritas, she will talk a lot. Just listen. Always listen, guys. Always listen, even if they're just rambling on. Usually they're not rambling on, but always listen. Number 7, never pass up the opportunity to have a vacation together. This one's important. Just you and her, and it really doesn't matter where you go or what you do. Just get in the car and pick a direction. Figure it out as you go. We've done this many times to where we just got in the car and we're headed north. We left one time. We were gone for a week. We ended up in Pennsylvania. We ended up in a buddy of mine's house in Jersey. We stayed with him for a couple days. We toured Gettysburg. We went to Yangling Brewery. You know, just we didn't know what we were doing. We just picked a direction and headed north. Last year we decided we're going to head west. We ended up in Nashville, and you know, had a good time. So just pick a direction and go. You can work it out. Number 6. Never leave the house without a goodbye kiss. Even if she's asleep and calls you later and asks where her goodbye kiss was. I never leave the house in the morning without kissing my wife. And I usually try to wake her up just a little bit so she knows that I'm there. So, yeah, never leave the house without a kiss. So, I told you it's going to have a twist to it. And that was only 5. So, what you got to do now is you got to go to my wife's channel to find out what the other 5 are. Now, the cool thing is, we didn't talk about what's on my list, so she doesn't know what's here. So it's going to be real interesting when she comes up with the 5 things that makes our marriage strong, because I have no idea what she's going to do. So, Positively Aunt Chrissy, go check it out, because you know I'm going to be over there checking it out, because I want to know what these other 5 reasons are. So, now, like I said, I had almost 20 here. I'm going to put these down in the description because some of them are pretty good. And I appreciate you guys for hanging out this long for marital advice. If you like this, please like the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit the bell. I promise I do a lot more stuff in the shop and a lot more cooking than I do marital advice. So thank you for hanging out, and we'll see you.